Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Wantless, where today we are still just trying to earn some reputation around here. So let's take on some patients that we're definitely actually going to complete. A monolith totem. So see, once again, we have one of these things where the slots in effect range have little ones drawn on them, and I'm not sure what that means. I mean, if I type monolith in here, yeah, it's not going to have any. Like, I would love a text description. There's actually kind of a lot of things that I think are. Nope, hitting Alt doesn't do anything at all here except make the screen flicker. There's a lot of information left out of these in general. I think, like with the summons, I understand not putting the information on the tooltip by default because it would be a lot. But I would love it if there was a button I could press that would show me what the stats of that kind of summon are. They show you the attack range, but they don't show you, like, what's the HP differential between, like, a ranger and a hoplite, which does matter, right? Because we're getting a lot of situations where enemies are going after our automatons, and the ranger in particular dies very quickly. I would consider swapping out to a different kind, but I don't really want to have to, like, blindly test which ones are more likely to survive, you know? Aside from that, I don't think there's anything really interesting here. So yeah, you see we have grunts and hoplites with much shorter attack range, so presumably their other stats have to be better to justify that, especially since hoplites have the same discipline weight as the rangers. A strike 3 that does pretty good damage. Yeah, kind of nothing super exciting here. Carter's Sharp has a much higher token reward value than the other two, so that's interesting. Nothing else terribly exciting going on there, though. And Aria Mathis. Okay, a positive gain to your awareness modifier. Daze is kind of interesting. But yeah, basically, most of these are not very cool. Aria gives the highest XP reward, while still giving a decent amount of tokens. I think let's go this way. Upsize the patient's extreme confusion. And we get to learn about a new kind of entity. That feels worth doing. And, you know, we're helping someone or whatever, right? That's that's relevant as well. All right, I think let's start with a little bit of exploration. Got ourselves a treasure room. All right, let's get in a fight. Love to get chomped by a dark secret. All right, our shielding is going to be a little bit more effective here. Oh, this is a little awkward because I didn't actually get control of where we were spawning in. There we go. I'll get my AP back at least. Throw down the shields, and then I will get bit, and it will hurt me on my face parts. I mean, that wasn't so bad overall. When they're only allowed to hit once per hit, it helps. Okay. May as well heal myself, and then as ever, we'll slap this on and then just let our friends here do some work. Oh right, I did swap out. Way to kill yourself on the thorns there. I think I'm gonna take resilience. Just some more shield. I did swap out some of the skills on the ranger. I put that drain on the ranger just so that we're hitting for more initial damage. Because like under ideal circumstances, the ranger getting to deliver like 2 shots in a row, I really want that to feel like a big deal. Let's not go any deeper, but I will explore once more at this depth. Okay, another one of these. That's interesting and unexpected. Ooh, it just tucked me all the way back in that corner, huh? Well, that's interesting. I think I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to flashing arrow through here. Yeah, and just maybe not do anything else this turn. He won't get anywhere near breaking through the totem stockpile, or the what do you call it? The pillar. That thing has an awful lot of health. Take the opportunity to heal myself up here. Okay. There we go. This is working out much better for me. Alright, unfortunately, he has a massive AP advantage. Well, I say unfortunately. What I mean is, the only thing that makes sense is for me to just punch him as many times as possible. So I guess that's not really that unfortunate. Okay. We don't actually need a big heal, so I guess I might just take resistance. Like, we're already getting thorns cast on us pretty frequently. Let's just take protection. And, of course, get loot. And let's have a quick chat with our friend. Ooh, a swap. Swap is interesting, and it's one we haven't seen before. What is this thing? Okay, I will say I like that that gives a bonus to our fear damage dealt, and actually, even a small percentage bonus to our discipline could matter quite a bit. I think I'm not going to bother with that swap. What's the range on swap? Oh, right, it would be determined by the form. It could actually be kind of interesting, couldn't it? But I think I'm going to take these, actually. They're only very, very slightly less damage. Obviously, the damage type isn't quite as nice. But the discipline bonus feels very significant. All right, and then I think maybe we're going to just get on the waymarked route, because I do want to succeed, right? Okay. Yeah, I get the confusion motif with the roadsides pointing in different directions and everything. This is a cool... They have such good designs. They feel like... They all feel very of a piece. Like, you can see how they are emergences of the same mind, right? Because all the stuff that... The precise form that we see things in is all Iris's psychic projections, right? But, yeah, they still all feel different, and they communicate things, and they are gross in a lot of fun ways. Within you are other former selves, but you are the self in control, for now. When will you become a former self yourself? One day another self will grow bigger, stronger than the self you identify with. You have discarded these altars without mercy. Do not expect any in return. Growth-inducing carcasses. Also large-scale devastation. You know, I'm always a little worried about large-scale devastation. Okay, the good news is no loose memories hanging around. I have no idea what to expect here. Okay, so you have a pretty cheap leaping attack. Those have proven to be tricky for me in the past. I kind of want to just like throw the pillar way out there. And then I maybe want to like desync from it a little bit. I don't want him to be able to just like... Yeah, I'll make a little movement here. Ow! Okay. So when they said pushy, what they meant was that he can push from any direction at any moment. Okay, these things explode when killed, and you're going to gourmandize this whole area. It looks like in terms of getting out of here, the best flashing arrow we got is that. It's possible that staying in is safe with the barriers, but I don't feel confident doing it because we just don't know. Let's get our ranger established. Oh yeah, I put intoxicate on the... I removed the gust and put intoxicate on the pillar as well. Okay, so... Actually just like an infinite amount of forced movement in every direction simultaneously. That's pretty rough. I don't really know what I want to do about that. Like, do I want to keep attacking? I wish I were closer to you. I don't really want to make like a big move, but we're getting yanked in and out of damage zones constantly. I guess I do wish that the pillar was able to cleanse those. I thought about trying to make a cheap gust skill that we could have a little bit more control over, but we were not in a good place total discipline wise for that. I'm gonna end the turn right now. Trying to give my cooldowns some time to expire. Okay. That's weird. So he went dormant, but then he did a bunch of damage to me. Don't really know what to make of that. I guess I'll just let you stay dormant. You're gonna be dormant for a turn. That's gonna give me time to get another pillar up, I guess. Trying to figure out, like, does it make any difference where I stand? Do I think it's gonna make any difference? Probably not. God, you still have so much HP. I'm gonna give up 1 AP anyway. They always get 1, so I'll take the opportunity to step backwards slightly, I guess. Try to keep that alive long enough to actually get to act. And I'm not going to give you anything more to work with than that. Yep. Yeah, this is like... this thing where you just get moved around to wherever he wants you to be at all times, and like it's very frustrating. I do not like it at all. I want to be close enough to get a barrier, obviously. But I'm not sure where it's going to be safe to stand at all. I'm going to flashing arrow to here, like the furthest point where we will still get affected by the barrier. Yeah. That really sucks. That is so bad. Alright, so I have to move off of the hit zone here. I had better heal myself. I really need a better heal. I definitely don't want to spend a point of awareness there because I suspect I'm going to need all my awareness for resurrections. And y'all have 4 each. The thing is, I really want to give the ranger more AP, but I'm not sure that he'll actually survive to use it, so... He's got a barrier already. Let's see what happens. Alright, that's... Sorry. Well, he was going to waste it anyway. I forgot he's had a turn already, so he does get to shoot first. Yep. Alright, well... I mean, I'm dead, right? This tile coming up kills me. Do this and repelling shock you. And then, yeah, I can't do anything. I'm dead. He's already got 7 AP. I guess there's really no point in not doing this. We can at least put up thorns so that when he kills me, he takes damage. Okay, he did something that was not lethal. I guess I appreciate that. I really want to give my dude here some more AP. You currently don't have any AP. So I could teleport over to here. And then we can... I guess I'm going to do this and throw it on the pillar, even though the pillar doesn't get to do anything this turn. Oh, right, you were going to die to your damage over time effect. I should have paid attention to that. All right. So I don't really want to move through and intoxicate. He's going to do a pull that's going to hit everybody. Alright, I'm going to step to here. I'm going to summon the ranger. I'm going to try to stand in a position where the pull shouldn't hit me. Where the pull, like, there's an object between us. I'm hoping that that will cause that not to hit me. When these things die, they explode. Spreads carcass on and adjacent. Well, maybe I actually do want to just kill them now. Yeah. Because I don't want them to create carcass on top of him, giving him free healing, right? And then the boss is at max. I may as well finish giving the ranger AP here. This is a battle where the gust would have been really nice, actually. To have the gust on the pillar still. Okay, I mean, we're getting some damage in. And this... And then the only tile that could prevent me from dealing damage to the boss came up, so I guess I don't get to deal damage to the boss. Go ahead and shield myself. Like, I'm trying to make sure that my ranger has AP enough to fire. because that is a pretty decent chunk of my overall damage. Okay, the pillars survived. I'm gonna get Gormandized here, and there's no way out of it. Well, if I flashing arrow over to here, I do get enough distance to run. But I think what I'm going to do instead is just take it. I'm just going to step over here, throw a couple of punches, and get barriered. Okay, Awakening the Punch doesn't do anything. Since we are collecting Awakening for the deaths of the past selves, we actually could afford to do some Awakening of our skills, probably. And I really haven't been. Okay, so I can Cacophony out of here, or I can teleport out of here. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't love taking an Intoxicate stack, but I do think we gotta, yeah, I do kind of think we gotta keep it up. Like, if I do an Awareness summon, or Awakened summon of this thing... See, it's not clear to me whether the pillar itself will be any stronger. Well, the Intoxicate stacks will. I'm just going to go ahead and commit the point there. And then... do I want to give you 1 AP to work with? I mean... this thing has 5 already. I'm just going to hit end turn. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I am not visible to the pillar, but I don't know that for sure that means that I'm out of line of effect. Unfortunately, there's not really an easy way to check. Because I should be in its area. Yeah, I don't know. We'll hope. Apply some more damage here. And I am not going to move. Well, if I move, you get to do your thing one more time, and stacking up damage on the boss is important. Actually, I am going to move. Okay, I'm still getting my barrier. Yeah, the having like actually 0 control over my location is pretty annoying. Okay, and all of my good damage skills are on cooldown, but I can... it takes me 5 AP to move to punching range, so I would only be able to throw 1 punch. He's got Fragilize and Double Intoxicate, but no Poison currently. I mean, I just need to be in barrier range, right? All right, good luck, everyone. I do wish I had a way of moving my own pillars around. It's a little inconvenient that I don't. Okay. Yeah, that fight was a nightmare. They have some just like very, very difficult mechanic sets. The fact that the boss almost always gets to move you, like on a turn where the boss decides to move you, it almost always gets to move you twice an arbitrary distance, and sometimes 3 times, means there's no way for you to actually like dodge potential threats, because it can change your row and column, and then either your row or column. Like it can get you to wherever it wants you to be. I think this is a better balanced ship than the one we have. And it sells for more than any of the other stuff if I was just going to drop it for tokens. I suppose there's some upside in taking effects that we already have some of so that we can upgrade them to higher tiers. And wound does seem good. I don't know if we need more poison one. Yeah, we'll take those. Okay. Pretty good rewards overall. Plus 10 reputation. And although we spent an onk, we did gain onks on the whole. Oof, yeah, those were rough. Those were some pretty rough ones. I'm not going to buy a blue onk, I don't think. That's just a standard pillar totem. Oh, Mark. Okay. A thing that I was looking out for. Plus 14% summon affliction damage is interesting. I'm assuming that debuff efficiency applies to the damage from our damage debuffs, as well as, improving other kinds of, like, it's worded efficiency so that it works on damage and other stuff too, right? I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. I think that pessimism driver is good for us. All right. So, am I going after trust or maturity? I think we're going to go for maturity first. I don't know exactly how powerful that is, but it seems good. Gaining power every turn seems good. I don't think we're going to make any changes right this second. Mark the target for 3 turns. Your summons will always target a marked entity, even if it's invisible. Okay, so that effect is just part of the base function of mark. And then once we have something marked, then we have the ability to apply, the benefits of focus and the benefit of drive. And maturity plus drive should be pretty powerful, in theory. I don't know how far ahead I'm looking there, but that seems pretty good. I'm not going to mess with our stuff too much right now. Let's just get back in here and do one more. I do not hate a disarm. Yeah, I think that disarm is definitely worth... Oh, hold on. I do want to swap my equipment before we move on, because I definitely want to play with this. So yeah, that gained us over 200 discipline. And in just an increase to all of our fear damage. It seems pretty significant. Summon affliction damage. All of this stuff seems very, very good. I think I probably want to keep the menace simulator on, but like this thing, which is really... It's really not doing too much for us. I think we can afford to replace. Yeah, okay. Burning Ire, we know that's a little scary. The Phobophage Gauntlets. Plus 16% punch damage on targets affected by Fragilize is interesting. The fact that this is a life-draining punch also is very interesting. I don't think I'm going to take it. A sniper automaton that can play the game from even further away, but I presume has 1 HP or something like that. Still, not necessarily terrible. Solara is an interesting choice. Obviously, like, the raw XP and token rewards on the green ones are hard to pass up. So, standard hyper empathy, gust. Enemies inflict blunt on hit. Blunt is just reduced hit damage, right? I don't think it affects afflictions. And you're at 313 XP. Your rewards are nowhere near as good as Alaris's. Zoned would definitely be interesting for like that gust. If I was trying to just make a thing that allowed me to clear a large area. Yeah, I mean, like, the good raw XP reward is certainly the Burning Ire. I do not love fighting a Burning Ire, if I'm honest. We did survive it last time, but it also does kind of suck. Enemies push on hit is not really a big deal. And unfortunately, like, all the rest of her loot is actual garbage. I might just go with Solara because this is a new summon body. We can maybe play with it a little bit. I think we're probably just going to... Ooh, or maybe even you. Yeah, you know what? Let's do Seraphina. Upsize the patient's burgeoning cynicism. Turn some sour grapes into a life strategy, yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do this. And then we'll just have to play around with the different summon forms in the simulator. But that's a little annoying because it means you have to actually like build the skill and then test it. And it would be so nice to be able to just look. Okay, that's not super exciting. A strike 2 that's very whatever. Okay, yeah, none of your stuff. None of your stuff is actually all that interesting today, Inner. Sorry. Let's all go to the flesh sale and have ourselves a flesh. Kill an enemy while concealed. And do not get damaged more than 3 times. We might actually be able to pull off the don't get damaged part. Depending on what counts, right? Obviously, if they don't count our totems, then we're in good shape on that. I think I can probably afford to cast a totem as far up as this pretty safely. I'm gonna hope. I don't love that memory in the center of all of them there. Oh, I guess maybe I should have cast this back a little bit because the Gloomy Impulse is going to hit the totem, but I guess the totem will be shielded by then. All right, we're going to test something right now. Will the totem blow our cover? Or the pillar, rather. Will the pillar blow our cover? I have cast all of the abilities. Yes, it will. It will discharge even if you're still stealthed, as long as it has the AP. It's good to know. Alright, not the best start. The flesh bond's annoying. The burden will also be a problem. But obviously we're gonna do some decent work here with our missile. These things blow up when they die. No, not these ones. Okay. Okay. This one's definitely dead. I would love to stay inside of totem range, so I think I'm gonna go to here. with flashing arrow, and that might be, yeah, that'll be enough AP for my friends here. All right, pretty decent kills. Where are you going? Oh, okay. You can reach that guy. I thought, and then he takes a step back over just that he's sure to get hit by the burden. What a silly move. I thought for sure he would come this way and try to fight this guy. Okay, yeah. So far this is going really well. I don't have the ability to get over to this. No, that's actually a little awkward. I kind of can't do anything. Well, my pillar has a discharge available. It's going to do some pretty decent damage. The question is, like, should I just move around enough to generate 4 AP for the ranger? These rejects are not super dangerous to anybody. I think so. I think it's worth it to just, like, walk back and forth. I mean, I'll heal myself, get that cooldown rolling, move to here, and then move back to there. Because I don't believe that the pillar is going to... Yeah, it's not going to kill everything. There we go. And then enemies can approach, but they can't actually get close enough to do any damage. You have 322 health, so you probably are in position to do some real harm. Sadly, I can't flashing arrow yet. If I run up here, I think I should be able to wasp missile in a way that will matter. Yeah, all I have to do is hit the impulse. Oh, that thing exploded when it died and it killed the memory. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just have to be careful. Huh. I guess it didn't quite have vision because of the little, like, pipe here. Hit damage inflicts a press is kind of interesting. I'll take that. Okay, doesn't look like very useful loot, sadly. And nothing here is exciting. 100 knowledge shards is not nothing, but I'd rather just... Well... No, you know what? I will buy that. And maybe we just want to take the waymarked route since... I mean, one of these points of instability is removable. I'm gonna stick to the safe side. Let's earn the reputation that we need to move on with our quest, and then we can get crazy afterward, perhaps. Dark thoughts, bad ideas, lesser inner selves. Their viciousness is subjective. That's almost how that's... Okay. Their existence is inevitable. They're the essence of what makes us human. Just keep them... Just keep them. No. Better yet, feed them. Alright, summons enemies, likes to run away. Good to know. And no obvious memories in this room. Well, thing's got a lot of HP. I think I'm just gonna go big right away. Let's just get our summons down. Be ready to do something here. Do I want to put this down here? If I do, when it goes off, it'll kill the impulse without taking any damage itself. I kind of want to do this just to just to free up this side of the room for me, to make it safer for me to hang out over here. I'm going to do that. It'll blow that one up too. I don't know. Maybe we'll actually get some value out of this. Who can say? Aw, you had to move over slightly, really? Okay, an ode to power. Wonder what that means. Break this. It'll cost me 4 AP to get out of here, so I'm just going to go ahead and buckler harvest and then run. The deep cowardice of this boss is very frustrating. That's also pretty frustrating. Okay, it applied a hit damage down to everybody, but then it looked like a cleansing effect as well. How bad is this hit damage down? 40%, jeez. Well, I mean, you can't let it hit you, right? Like, that's obvious. Do I want to just run over and punch this thing? I probably won't actually kill it with a single punch. That jump is no longer occurring. Yeah, this is weird. Let this thing replace my, refresh all the barriers and whatnot. You get a shot off, which is not very impressive. Okay, it's going to be a decent discharge. I was safe from the Ode to Danger when it was cast, and I feel like this space should remain safe, but clearly the game does not agree. So in order to hit you with this cast, I would need to move 1, 2, 3 tiles up. 3 and 2, and I wouldn't quite be able to get back to safety. And I mean, I do want to maintain my ability to avoid hit damage, right? Well, I mean, I have Flashing Arrow. I could teleport. Yeah, alright. I think we're going to have to. Okay. Oh, that was enough damage to finish that thing off. That's cool. I guess I didn't actually look at how much HP it had. It's just, it's a rather big enemy. We're used to it having a lot of HP. All right. All these odes are certainly making it difficult to do my job safely. I will have a much greater ability to influence this thing from over here while still being able to, like, cast and whatnot. I don't remember what Ode to Impatience is going to do. I do have a little bit of shielding. If I just run up there, this thing's going to hit me twice. And it does cost me everything to get up there. But I guess it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, we get maximum value from our oppress damage. Okay, it doesn't really do any damage. It's just about applying the damage over time effect. And then the boss got sad. Alright, so... Yep, I guess I'm just gonna do this. Just try to set up some damage opportunities here. Huh. I guess, yeah, it's just moving to, like, exactly maximum range. So I don't love the foul ground. I would really like to get to cast my my damage debuffs, obviously. But sadly, the way we're trapped in here, I don't know that we get to. I do hate that. I could probably cast in a spot that will hit him if I move to, like, here. Right, yeah, this isn't quite going to do it, but if we move to here, I can make that work, and I will still have enough AP to step back out of the area effect. And I guess I only want to move one. All right, we're stacking it up now. It's getting a little bit better. Okay, it does a hit damage up effect on allies of the boss, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, that acrimony's got a lot of HP. So obviously the discharges here are still going to be enough to clear the rot. What do we want to do? I don't want to be standing in a spot where I'm going to get owed to nihilism. But I do want to give my party members at least a little bit of AP to work with. And there's still so much crap on the ground. I mean, I could just, like, flashing arrow out to here and throw some punches. I still have my shield up. And my thorns. I wish my punch had a little bit more range so I could hit this guy from the edge of barrier range. Yeah, alright. I'm just going to teleport out to here. Throwing punches doesn't even seem good. Let me heal myself. That's enough AP for them to at least take some actions. The question is, do I think... with the hit damage down, do I think you need the extra push? I probably... putting my own health at risk here. But I want to make sure the Intoxicate's able to... or the Pillar's able to clear both of those enemies. And also, even with the hit damage down, you know, that's useful. Huh. Awake, haste, berserk on the acrobating, huh? That's a little concerning. Yeah, it is a little frustrating how the boss loves to just move like slightly out of the area of effect. Makes my life a lot more difficult. Alright, so that's got the Ranger maxed out. The second pulse from the pillar isn't actually important, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just end the turn having only given the enemies 4 AP. Alright, that's a lot of damage shared across to this big monster here. Alright, this thing's low enough to kill at this point, right? Probably. 80 to 95. So I would have to do, in order to kill it in 2 punches, which is what it would take if I play the Ranger as well, I'd have to get pretty phenomenally lucky. So maybe I just want to throw some punches instead of doing a summon. Yeah. Alright, and you have 13 AP, so we'll just flick you, which gets you out of my hair. And then I guess maybe I do summon the Ranger at this point. Just to get it on the table. Alright, is the boss going to move toward us at all? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I need to approach if I want to put down a rod in a combat position. Or a pillar, rather. I do kind of wish I had a little bit more mobility. Or a little bit more range on that cast. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and put it down on this foul ground here. Is everybody maxed out? Everybody's at 7. I guess there is utility in me not spending that last AP. And our Ranger is already capped. Howdy. Welcome to the club. Okay, that's pretty good overall, I think. Ode to Danger. This is probably a pretty good time to awaken. And then no matter which way I cut it, it's going to take me 6 AP to get out of here. So I think I am going to do that. It is a little bit of a shame that the Ranger is before the pillar now, because of the way I summoned them. So you can see the Ranger is sometimes going to waste an attack on a creature that would have died to the pillar's turn anyway. That is quite a lot of damage. Curse you, getting exactly far enough away. And then I can't even actually, like, I can barely do anything here. Guess I'm going to give the pillar just enough AP to fire once. We'll get our barriers up and we'll let some cooldowns tick. Okay, that's not a super problematic flesh bond. This is going to be a really, really good set of discharges, I'll tell you that. So, import to here. I think I'm going to lay down the ranger first. Let's try to feed it some AP. Alright, I am going to need to step before I cast. Ah, that's really frustrating. My punch will be insufficient. But I do want to feed AP to the ranger. So, and also I don't want to deal with this thing. So I guess I am just going to kill it here. And then at this point, I think all the enemies are maxed out, so I'll just spend the extra AP making sure that the ranger gets to play. Pretty good stuff. This is gonna hurt. Okay, the hammer wasn't quite lethal. That's nice. Oh, that sucks. That sucks a bunch. If I just let you have your last turn, you will kill this guy for me. So I suppose I ought to do that. I could step to here and just throw a couple of punches. The boss is actually really low. Six to 8 damage. Oh, right, Flesh Bond. Well, the first one will kill the... Actually... Yeah, I should have resummoned this then. I'm still going to. We'll just have the turn where this thing doesn't get to go at the beginning of the enemy turns now, while it doesn't matter. And then it can provide me barriers. It's not going to be able to hit the boss at all, but it can provide me with some barriers and cover and stuff. Ooh, or maybe the boss will move into its attack range. That's handy. Very helpful maneuvers there. Let's throw the big fancy version of my missile. And then how much better does the shielding get? The shielding and the thorns both get kind of a lot better when awakened. There's no point in not using these, the awareness points right now, I think. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. It's a shame all of the enemies are like just out of range. Okay, but that time it actually did move into range. That's curious. I mean, I guess teleport and many punches. I'm not doing awesome damage, but it's adding up. All right, poison and a couple of intoxicates. Pretty good stuff. Wow, I actually got the thing to take a swing at me. That feels like a weird kind of victory. Okay. That's a slow wear it down battle, but it's not, I think, nearly as difficult as the other ones. I could see it being a lot more frustrating if you are reliant on staying close to the boss in order to fight. Like if you have more of a melee type build or something. But that went pretty cleanly for us. It just took a while. Yeah, let's go ahead and extract. I have no reason to hang out here. Alright, only one level of insight, but it's not like there were a lot of things we were eager to take here. I think we're just going to grab the two things that were kind of interesting. And there we are, tolerated in the Misty Hamlet, which I think is what we needed for the next step of our quest. Oh, okay, our plan is just to keep sailing. Interesting. We might, I mean, it might be worth hanging out a little bit. Is there anything else here that's like terribly compelling? Decontaminate's kind of neat. Grants unyielding for 1 turn. There are situations where that could matter. What is this? A legendary tier 3 form. Bonus power to concentrates. More power when affecting a single target, which it always will be because it's a self-target. Minus 9% discipline cost. Wow, yeah, no, that's pretty cool. We can afford that. I might buy that. That's pretty alright. Health and discipline and summon health. I mean, like, the abandoned robe is... It was a little bit better, I think, before we had so many summons. Now I'm finding that I'm not ending the turn with leftover AP nearly as often. Like, we're having a much harder time stacking it up, I think. Yo, this abnegation mantle. And that's not a small amount of health loss, but that is so much discipline. Yeah, if we're gonna swap for a coat, this is the coat. All right, I might make some. We might make some changes here. I'm gonna buy this too. Don't have a specific plan for it, but I think it will be useful to have. And then this stuff is all just kind of stuff that we have already. We could potentially buy a couple of these and combine them. Or no, sorry, but it's the bag here is telling us we have to, not that he's selling to. Yeah, I might. We'll see. I think that's what we're going to call it for today. We have made some decent progress here today, and we are probably just heading straight on deeper into the fog. But not before I do some reconfiguring with our cool new jacket. So come back next time to see what I've built, and we'll see you then.